So today we'll cover 3 surahs, Surah Al-Isra, we will complete it inshallah ta'ala the next Ramadan, and then Surah Al-Kahf, and a little bit of Surah Maryam. So these are the surahs that we will cover today inshallah ta'ala. Surah Al-Isra, we spoke about it yesterday a little bit. Now, please, أخوات. We spoke about Surah Al-Isra yesterday. Surah Al-Isra, the surah by the Prophet Muhammad was ascending into the heavens. Today we pick up ayat from Surah Al-Isra. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَنُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ. And this was the topic of the khutbah today, khutbah al-Jum'ah, with regard to the Qur'an. وَنُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاءٌ وَرَحْمَةٌ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. And we reveal from the Qur'an that which is shifa, that which is pure. A cure to what? The cure to shifa, to the spiritual diseases, as well as also physical diseases. You know, sometimes, subhanAllah, you may have a headache, and then just by putting your hand in the place of that headache, and then reciting certain ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can remove that headache by virtue of barakat al-Qur'an. So وَنُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاءٌ. So this Qur'an is shifa, both spiritual diseases and also physical diseases. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks, as he says, the Prophet Muhammad came and they asked him about the ruh. وَاسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الرُّوحِ قُلِ الرُّوحُ مِنْ أَمْرِ رَبِّي وَمَا أُوتِيتُم مِنَ الْعِلْمِ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. They asked Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam about the soul. You know, the soul. Many people came and asking the same question. يَسْأَلُكَ عَنِ الرُّوحِ يَسْأَلُكَ النَّاسُ عَنِ السَّاعَةِ. There are certain things that Prophet Muhammad has no knowledge of. One of them is al-ruh. The other thing is al-sa'a. For instance, the hour. When its hour will be. Here the question was about the ruh. And then he told them, الروح من أمر ربي وما أوتيتم من العلم إلا قليلا. The ruh is the matter of your Lord, and this is the subject of knowledge which the Prophet Muhammad didn't have, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Move on to Surah, although there's another amazing ayah at the end of Surah Al-Isra, where everybody will be making sujood, where Allah talks about the Quran and the Prophet of the Quran, and the believers, subhanAllah, vis-a-vis the Quran, how the Quran affects the believers when they listen to it so much so that their eyes will overflow with tears, and they will kharru sujjada. If we run like army, sujjada, they will make sujood to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when they hear the power and the might of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is the end of Surah Al-Isra. Surah Al-Kahf, let's say it's Surah. The Surah Al-Kahf is also a Makki Surah, and Surah Al-Kahf may take seminars, of course, but I would summarize it in this theme: 4 different stories, or 4 different people. The Surah Al-Kahf talks about 4 different trials. The first trial is the trial of Deen, fitna to Deen, the trial of the Deen, and this is the story of the people of Al-Kahf themselves, the people of the cave, or what they call the 8 sleepers. The story of the people of the cave has been translated in so many languages, even to Chinese. They know about this, the story of the 8 sleepers, the people of Al-Kahf. And then the second temptation, or the second fitna, the fitna al-mal, the fitna of the wealth. And this comes in form of the story of the people of the garden. And the third fitna is the fitna of the knowledge. And here comes the story of Musa and Al-Khidr. This is the fitna of al-ilm. And the last fitna is fitna of the power, the fitna of the sultan. And this comes in form of the story of Dhul-Qarnayn, the power. So these are the story of the Surah Al-Kahf, talks about these 4 main stories. And here I'm going to pick maybe 1 or 2 ayat that we can all relate to, inshallah ta'ala, and we can read in English with. The first is إِذْ قَامُوا فَقَالُوا رَبُّنَا رَبُّ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. And this you and I can relate to. In what way? When you may be sitting sometime at a place where Allah is being visited, maybe in some party where, some wedding where there's ikhtilaf, and some music happening. A lot of weddings happen, Muslim weddings, I'm talking about Muslims. Or maybe in a meeting whereby, like at work, where they may be serving other things, right? And you're sitting and you say, I'm not drinking, or I'm not being part of that, that which they're doing. But here's the thing where these people over here, what happened to them? If the people, the village or the city that they were in, they were celebrating some of festivals of the god, of the idols. So they discussed it with them and they said, لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. No, it's قالوا فقالوا ربنا رب السماوات والأرض. So they stood and they left. They did not partake in the disobedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is what you and I should learn. If there's some place that you're going to be sitting in, and you say, I don't want to break his heart with that heart. My father said so, or my mother said so, or this is the wedding, or whatnot. Don't partake of that business. If some punishment from Allah comes, it will take everybody. Everybody will go. The Salih and the non-Salih. So if قاموا فقالوا ربنا رب السماوات والأرض. And then the amazing story of Musa, who claimed that he knows. When someone asks him who's the most knowledgeable man on earth, Musa says, God. And then Allah wanted to teach him something it's an amazing story filled with ambiguity. Go and find between the two oceans, the sweet water and the salty water, you will find this man, I don't know his name, a man filled with a lot of obscurity in this movie, in this story. And then you will find him and you will know that this man has some knowledge to teach you. So Musa goes and then he follows this man into this journey whereby he goes and then he starts damaging this boat, and then he goes and he kills the boy, innocent boy that is playing around, and he just picks one of them and he kills him, and then he goes and then this law that Musa has the agreement with him, I'm going to follow you to learn him, and you need to ask more questions. But Musa couldn't. When he said, why did you damage the boat? So at the end of the scripture, the lesson is, you may go through some hardship and you may think, why this is happening to me? Maybe this has happened to you because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just saved you from something even worse that was meant to happen to you. Maybe you lost it. Maybe you lost the job. You lost the job and you may say, wow, I don't deserve this. No, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just saved you from something that was worse, that was meant to happen to you. And this is the story of him damaging the boat. Why did I damage the boat? Yes, I caused some evil here, but I saved you. And I saved those people from a bigger evil that was meant to happen to them. This is what we should learn here, because Allah is Al-Alim and Allah is Al-Hakim. And to those who are fathers right here, this is something that affects me personally. Why? Because of him. When he went and he helped build the wall, and then he says, this wall, it belongs to some orphans. You guys know the story? But have you derived the lesson from its sisters? You have children, so you should listen to this. Why did I build or rebuild this wall? To save the treasure that belongs to the orphans. Now why? Why did I do that? They were good kids, they were good boys. وَكَانَ أَبُوهُمَا. This is the key. وَكَانَ أَبُوهُمَا صَالِحًا. Because their father was a righteous man. That's why we went to Allah sent me to save the boys from the treasure that if this war was to be destroyed, the people of earth will come and take the treasure. So Allah has sent me to save these boys so that when they grew up, they could go back and get their own treasure. But why do they do this? Because their father was a good man. Save your children. But you be good, you will save your children, inshaAllah. And at the end, brothers and sisters, Surah Maryam quickly. Surah Maryam, what can I say about Surah Maryam? I think Quran. It starts with Zakaria alayhi salam. Zakaria wanted seeking a child, and he was an old man. And his wife was old and barren. And he says, Rabbi, inni khiftu al-mawali min wara'i wa kanat imra'ati aqra fahab li min ladunka waliya. And then when Allah fulfilled his wish, how can I have a son? I am an old man. This is from the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And came the story of Mary. Very similar. When the Jibreel came to her in the form of a man, and then she was scared. She was by herself. إِنِّي أَعُوذُ بِالرَّحْمَنِ مِنْكَ إِن كُنتَ تَقِيًّا. I seek refuge in the Rahman from you. Don't harm me. قال إنما أنا رسول ربك لأهب لك غلاما زكيا. I am a messenger from your Lord. لأهب لك. To bless you with a righteous son. سبحان الكريم. How can I have a righteous son? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives the key. Allah blesses and He sustains with the means, without the means, and against the means. He came with the means. Husband and wife together with the means. Without the means. Adam alayhi salam. Without the means. And against the means. The story of Maryam alayhi salam. How can she have a baby? It is the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then Ajib. And then when this is for you, inshallah ta'ala. Because when she got pregnant, and how can I make the peace of thinking that I am a Bahiyya? How can I make it better than I have? And my father was a righteous man. My mother was a righteous man. What would they think about me? And then فناداها من تحتها ألا تحزني. Don't be sad, don't be afraid. وهزي إليك بجذع النخل تساقط عليك رطبا جنيا. And she's going to labor, she's going to pain, she's screaming, pain. And then Jibreel came and told her, shake the palm tree, as they are Maryam. Shake the palm tree. Why should I shake the palm tree? Because there are days that will fail, that will help you through your labor. But I'm a woman, I'm weak, I'm going to labor. And you tell me to shake a palm tree? That is so that may take maybe 100 pounds, that will take thousands of people to take. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted her to make just the move. Just do the move. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who will turn the things. But Allah wants you to make an effort. Make an effort to make it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will definitely do it. So this is the story, and the lesson that we learned, and at the very, very end of it is yesterday we talked about the parents and the children. Now is the children with the parents. Now is the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam with his dad. Come with well-obedient, well-mannered son, believing son, taking to his father, talking to him, يا أبتي لا تعبد الشيطان إن الشيطان كالإنسان يا أبتي, telling him, oh my beloved father, oh my dear father, Allah has given me some knowledge which you don't have. Oh my father, don't follow the shaitan. Oh my father. So come the father, who does the son, now the father becomes just fine. Now the father becomes physical. If you don't follow me, I can beat you and kick you out. Some parents are like that, unfortunately. So here comes the story of a righteous, good son, who's well-mannered, taking to his father, but then the father who turns out to be non-believer. So this is the story of the end of Surah Maryam. Wallahu ta'ala. I mean, this is in 12 minutes. SubhanAllah. Brothers and sisters, two questions I'm only allowed to have. One for the sisters and one for here because we're going in there. I have one question. Yesterday, and if you know the question, I will give you only one answer. One answer from the brothers or the sisters. I'll give the brothers first. You don't know the answer, I'll give it again. If you don't know the answer, I'll move right to the sisters. This is something that was mentioned yesterday and today. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the Quran and He says, فيه شفاء. Okay? And then yesterday we talked about honey. And we said that honey has also shifa in it. Why? Here's the question. Shall I start with the sisters or the brothers? The brothers are, this is the top sisters, younger sisters. Here's the question. This is the top one, and if you know this answer, here's what I'm going to do. This is an amazing question. What is that? Here's the question. Does honey cure all the diseases? Yes or no, that's no. I need yes. Here's the dalil. Here's no. Here is the evidence from the Quran. And I mentioned that yesterday. So the question is, does honey cure all the diseases? Give me yes. From the Quran? No, from the Quran. Wow. Yeah, you go first. No. Yes. Why? So don't because you said yes, I said wrong. Because you did not give me the right answer. So what is the answer? Somebody I did not hear before. Somebody don't just give me the right answer. Answer. That's what I was looking for. يعني هو yes or no? 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 Yes, no. Honey cannot cure all the diseases. No. Why no? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فيه شفاء. He did not say فيه الشفاء. The difference between shifa and al-shifa, shifa is in it there is cure. In it there is cure for some diseases. But if Allah was to say in it there is full cure, it means all the diseases can be cured by Allah. So that is the right answer. It is no. This is a spray that came all the way from, I think, Mecca or Medina, and this is fucking amazing. It's called abaya. Your mom will love it. Last question. Outside. And then the legal part of the Torah, can you move it please? They've been keep asking me if the clear will move the car. يلا next question please. خلصنا. ونيك سوي تدور كيف يدير the Torah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the surah, he mentioned this in the study of Al-Quran. He talks about Al-Quran. And then Allah mentions about reciting the Quran at certain time. Why did Allah encourage the believers to recite the Quran at certain time? Why? أيوة. إن قرآن الفجر كان مشهودا because Quran الفجر is witnessed by who? By Allah only? Allah and the angels, they are witnessing the Quran of the Fajr, so we start the Quran and do Qiyam al-Layl because this is where the Quran is being witnessed by Allah and the angels. There's your sandwich and the sandwich. Yes, you mean, and all the boys who have their parents here for the boys only,